What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're working on a 24 Forest River Ibex. It's a I'll do a tour of it later at some point. It's a 10 LH arcade, so it's 10 foot like inside of the camper, and it's light haul rear kitchen. That's what it stands for. So today we're having issues um, with the control panel on this here thing here. So up and down. So when you turn the switch on here, it's going to show you here. All this does is turn the light on. So this brings it down. It's not wanting to go back up, meaning like the jack needs to go back down. So this helps pull the jack up, and this helps push the jack down so you can take it off your truck or raise your height on it. So we're gonna turn this off so we don't electrocute ourselves. And for starters, we got to take in pull this little wing nut off. I actually got to pull this LPG tank, or LP tank, whatever you want to call it, propane tank. So you pull this little wing nut off, don't lose it, and you just slide it out. Usually this is kind of like a universal fit. This is not like standard. Well, it's standard, but it's a universal fit for your propane tank. I don't know how much is in it, but we're not worried about that today. So let me I meant to grab it before I came out here, but so we are, like I said, we're taking this off. Let me see. Yep. And I'm using the Fantic, is that how you pronounce it? The XS1 Pro little doodad here. I like it. So you just push this down and it pops out your tool. It's fully charged now. I charged it up the other day. It's got assortment of bits that come with it, which is pretty nice. And it's rechargeable. USB-C, standard on 90% of applications today, other than smaller stuff, but it's nice to have now. You take out your PH2. Don't know what that is. It is Phillips head number 2. Oh, I need to grab the tool out, don't I? And the issue is common problem on these is the contact gets dirty. And so there's 5 screws. You got one on this side. So you got one here, one here, one here, and then you take this screw off here, and then this one here. So it's total 5. And this is a Ram. I don't know why it's called that, but 3,500 pound capacity electric jack. So if you go look it up, you're going to pull up a Ram 3500 truck. So you need to type in electric jack when you go type in this brand. When I see it's literally this one. So it's this switch here. Just be mindful how you pull stuff out. If you want to do safety precaution, we'll probably do that. We'll pull this fuse out, set it to the side. That way we don't electrocute ourselves. And that's just I believe a 30 amp. Yep, 30 amp. So don't lose your screws here. And We're set our screws right here on the ground. Don't lose them. You just come up here. No, this one might not work for your application, at least for my application. We do have another one we might try. That is a smaller bit that should fit up in there. This one's a little too fat. That one. Yeah, I need to get a different screwdriver because we're going to strip that out. So it's kind of hard because they're kind of at a weird angle. You want to make sure you get it in on the piece here. You can't really see it because it's. Let's go back it out now. So looks like that. I said set it to the side so you don't lose it. And if your jack is not working, period, it's not doing what it's supposed to on either up or down or the light, it's probably a fuse issue. If not, then it's a ground issue. Or it could just be the motor itself or your connectors. I said it's kind of pain in the butt to take in, do these screws because you can't see them because they're in a bevel location or angled location. Once you get it out, you should be good. So you want to be gentle because you do got wires in here. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Golly, Puddin was not lying when he said this thing's. Alright, so here, get this thing pulled off. That's your hand crank for your, if this thing goes dead and you need to use it for whatever reason. So there's little tabs in here. I'll show you once I get them out. But all you do is disconnect it. So get a kind of good look here, what goes where. So you got a ground to ground, which if you wanted to, you can always disconnect that. That could be our issue there. It looks like the pin's out a little bit, but let me set you guys back down. So like it works sometimes. It just don't work all the time. So let's not lose this one. That one goes here. But these things pull apart here. So let's get this. So these things here, they come apart like so. So this piece is kind of like a I swear on my stuff that I use, I can never find it. It comes out just like so. I probably can't see diddly. You don't want to lose that. So our connection's a little bit dirty, as you see here. You see it's all gunned up here. There's a way to pull this out, I thought, but I don't see a way to do that. So we're just going to use a screwdriver to clean that up. It should help with this insulation. And if anything else fails, I got some electrical cleaner. What's that in there? But you see how gummed up that is? It's just super not good. So we're going to take our little file here off my little tool set. Let's see. They just get dirty over time, and don't know why, but they just do. And instead of replacing the switch, you get this as literally a free thing. If you don't have a file of a tool or something, just go get a little cheap nail file from the dollar store, or if your wife loves doing her nails, just don't tell her about it and just go borrow one. Keep it in your toolbox. I guarantee you that you'll be your best friend when it comes to stuff like this. So that one's a little more buggered up than I like, but it's going to be okay, I promise. And then your contact's back here. So that's nothing to worry about. That's just the film. But your contact is that. So this is just kind of like an insulator to help protect that. So we're going to grab... Let's see if I can get some of this cleaned up too. And that's that. And you just pop these back into place like this. Well, you want to slide it in. See. Probably help if I had the right tool, you know. So you kind of want to put them back, just like that. Kind of pull them out, put them back the way you found it. We didn't remove any of the grease, the electrical grease in it, so we should be fine. Don't like go crazy on it. Like clean it up. You don't want to damage your connectors, and you definitely don't want to do what I just did here. where you're possibly going to have to take and flip them back out. You want to get them in there, you don't want to bend them or break them, because then you have to go buy a new switch, and that's no fun. And this should, as long as I plug everything back up accordingly, because you know I didn't pay attention, just started unplugging. Now it's going to be a big pain in my butt to do this last one. Why? Because it's going to be. It's fine. Struggle bus. Oh, you want to slide in that easy on the other side, but you won't do it on the side you're supposed to go on. Alright, cool. I like that. But you need you stupid piece of crap. Right, we're just going to try to see if we can just crap it in there. No! If you can get it, like some people don't show the reality of this crap. So if you do see a video, I guarantee you they fought it for 5 minutes. Like, yep, there we go. Then, I don't think it matters as long as they're connected. I'm not going to say it does or doesn't, but I wouldn't think it would matter as far as the orientation as long as it, because one's up and one's down, you know. So, as long as you have that in order. And then plugging it back up should be fairly simple, but you want to make sure all your stuff is lined up here. There we go. And that's snapped in. Alright, let's go. Hopefully we've done everything right. So you got Alright, so we're going to snap this back in. Make sure your tops and then you got this one. I guess we'll figure that out here in just a second. Assuming that one goes there. This one goes here. I do believe that this one went at the top. Now it's going to be super hard to do anything because there's not enough slack. It's going to be hard to say for me as well. So this one I do believe goes on this back one here. This bottom one. This big power wire goes here on the top. They're all back on. Push this lens back in just in case if everything works, we can just snap it back into place. They're on. Hopefully no fires. Alright. Okay, something is not hooked up right. Alright, so I think my wires are backwards. Something's not right here. Alright, let me look at my footage real quick. So I'm just an idiot. I was like, man, this thing's not working. I remember we pulled our fuse out. So let's try this again. I'm like, man, this thing's not doing nothing. What is going on? So I'm an idiot. So we should have lights. So now they work. So just remember your switch orientation. So it goes down. This goes up. So you just slap that back in. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter how your thing goes back in. So let's grab our GoPro. Move it out of the way. So yeah, just remember to put your thing back in. Don't be like me, be an idiot. So yeah, just put your fuse back in, and it should just be a-okay after that. And then you just kind of want to make sure your wires are not going to be bound up, and mine are going to, because you know it's all twisted or whatever. But I'm going to hope for the best. You can fill in, and we're probably going to have to do something about it wiring here, because maybe flip-flop our switch here. And then you can, I'm keeping this off because I got to change the tank. But like I said, this is a 2024 Forest River Ibex 10L HRK. I guess I can do a little once over with you guys. It does not have the nugget bed in it because we opted not to put it in when we go camping this weekend, but I'll do a video on the setup here. But so this is the inside of the camper. It's not huge. I believe the way they do the measurement is from here to the outside is 10 foot. This is technically, maybe it's the length of the camper itself is 10 foot. That's probably what it is. But total length is like 15 feet, I do believe. I don't know. It's got a window unit. It's a nice little feature to have when it comes to doing, let's see, I don't think the fridge is on. Let me see. Okay, well, we've got light. Yeah, so we got light outside. But it's got a little TV, fireplace, it's electric. It does have options for solar panels if you want to. It's got a carbon monoxide detector in it. I do believe that's what that is. That just kicked on, I think. I don't know. I don't think it did. I think it's a circulating for the fridge. But window unit's nice. If it fails, you can get a Walmart. Go pick you up one. Maybe get a little bigger one. The only downfall with that is if you don't have your pitch right, it can leak inside. That's the only downfall with it that I've seen. Nice little off-road grid. It has the independent suspension. I wish all campers done this because, well, because it articulates better. It's like a car suspension. So it's not straight axle as you can see here. It's independent suspension, dual shocks with coil springs. You can only find these on kind of smaller haul campers. It is insulated underneath pretty well. I do have some jacks that are like, or little pads that are like the one that's underneath the tongue jack there. Pretty well bit. The marker lights are pretty nice. They're 1-inch lights. You can go get them off Amazon. The tape itself, that's the only issue. It's got a GFI or G, yeah, CFI, whatever. And I'll do when we go camping this weekend, I'll bring the GoPro and we'll go over how to set up. Well, I don't feel like doing anything today. And so it's got a light in here and then exterior light or interior lighting. A water hookup for this. You can add, there's an option to add a hot water heater to this, I do believe. Onboard water heater. I can't remember how this comes out. Just like that. I do believe it would go right in there. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure. Nice little fridge. You can move your shelves however you want it, you know, however you need it. It's not really like for long haul, it's just kind of more for your convenience. It's nice little kitchen area. It's got another plug back here. It's got a propane tank or propane dual burner gas. It's nice. And then you got a connection hose that goes, clips onto there, and then it runs down, and then you got an exterior something. Where's that? It's right here. And it just clips in there. And you do have an option where if you're towing a bike or whatever, I wouldn't recommend towing anything else with it. Maybe a bicycle or some type of rack to put your supplies or whatever on. And it's got control valves on each of these here. So it's pretty nice. Little off-grid setup's got a 32-gallon or 30-gallon water tank. That is just your sewer outlet for your water. The only downside with these is these cheap little things you can get. One fell off it. put up right now. It's got the Rhino rack system on it. It's the bat wing, stretches all the way around and goes up top here. Let me see if I can get my fat butt up here. So this is a rooftop tent, and it's got the Rhino rack Vortex system with the feet, and these would work on my truck if I had the mounting brackets on them. But this is made by Forest River, Free Spirited. It's an Ibex brand that Forest River offers, and it's got a, like I said, solar panel option if you want it to. You get your 30 amp hookup, your city water hookup to your freshwater tank. So if you got cable or whatever you want to hook up to it, do it there. This is for your solar panel hookup. I do believe if you did not have the rooftop carrier, you can do the rooftop tent. You can do one up there and lay it up there, or if you had options to do it up on the rest. It's 2-door. This is the back side of the AC unit. I'm assuming you would take this out to replace it, or if there's something in there you can do that. This is the extended stay or extended season, I do believe. Yeah, so extended the journey with the cold weather package, beast mode package, and then obviously you got the Lion's Head lifetime warranty thing for your application or whatever warranty you decided to go with, and that is, I do believe, for the tires. Our roadside assistance. And this has got the tire pressure monitoring system that I have in the truck. That is, I think it's an add-on. I don't think it's a. It's made. You can get a truck stop for your like semi tires, and I don't know how many options you can get or things you can get or whatever, what comes with them, or how you program. I don't know, not an expert. So if you got an older model vehicle and it doesn't have TPS and you like the idea of having one, I don't know much about the system. This just tells you the PSI, the temperature. So obviously it's going through whatever, so you can change your mode here. You can change connect, disconnect, vehicle ID, about, and we'll just go back home. But it tells you your PSI. Obviously we're not running right now, so and that would be, just kind of circulate back and forth of what your PSI is, and that will tell you your temperature of your tire. So it blinking, it's just registering. It might take a little while, but it is made by the TSTtruck.com. Check them out. I'm not sponsored by any of these guys, by the way. Forest River, where you at? No, as much as I like to take and be a brand ambassador, there, I already got one. Rhino rack, I'd like to do something with them, but they have not got back with me. So if you see this video, Rhino rack, shoot me an email. I've already sent over my stuff, I think twice. But if you like this video and you want a more like kind of overview of how to set up or whatever, that I can do that. But like, subscribe, comment down below what your thoughts are, and if you like this suspension is cool, check out different that's made by Kurt. I'm sure there's other off-road suspensions, whatever you can do. But you ready to go? Alright, well, like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.